Hi, this is an update on the Deauville Miami Beach Grand Transformation. So on November 29th, 2024, the Miami Herald came out with an article regarding the Deauville that was titled, "A New Project is Planned at the Former Deauville Hotel Site." And here's what it looks like. And so I wanted to read a couple of pieces of it and then give you some commentary on it. It starts off by saying that it was written, the author is Aaron Leibowitz, and it starts off by saying, 2 years after Miami Beach voters rejected a plan to bring a hotel and condo tower to the location of the shuttered Deauville Beach Resort, a different group of developers is seeking to redevelop the site. The Miami Beach Planning Board considered zoning changes today that would allow for a pair of 400-foot tall condo towers alongside a reimagined version of the iconic hotel that once hosted the Beatles. The project at 6701 Collins Avenue is a joint venture between the Meruelo family that owns the property and developer David Martin, whose Terra Group bought a 25% stake in the property in April. And so that's the opening paragraph. And I had some comments on it, and I just wanted to add to that, just for better information for whoever's following what's going on at the Deauville. And it says, the article says that the shuttered Deauville Beach Resort, however, the building demolition was almost complete by the time of the voter referendum on November 8th, 2022. And that's when the original developer, Steve Ross's group, took to a public vote whether to allow the development that he was proposing, which was significantly different than what's being proposed today. His proposed plans were to build 2 new towers with no reconstruction of the Deauville Resort as before the demolition. And so that's a significant difference to today. The new proposed development includes a substantial reconstruction of the prior Deauville in addition to the 2 new residential towers. So most of what the original Deauville is being reconstructed, although improved and with better amenities to suit today's needs better. And I want to give a kind of a background of how the Deauville got to where it's at today. The Deauville Hotel had been purchased in 2004 and operated successfully for 13 years. At the time of the purchase, the Deauville was operated as a Radisson Hotel. So it was kind of a midline to kind of lower end type hotel on the beach. It was older at the time, and it didn't have the best tender loving care. Unfortunately, there was a fire that started in the electrical vault in 2017. The power company, which in this area is Florida Power and Light, or FPL, disconnected all electricity from the hotel on the night of the fire and never reconnected. And that was unfortunate. So unfortunately, there was a fire that started in the electrical vault, and the power company, Florida FPL, disconnected all electricity from the Deauville on the night of the fire. After many attempts by the Meruelo family to have FPL reconnect the power, FPL decided no. The existing electrical vault, which had been installed prior to 1960, was below ground, and they realized that it was, every time it flooded, it was an issue because water would fill the floor of the electrical vault. And I don't know that was actually the cause of the fire. Actually, I don't think it was the cause of the fire. It was other issues, but it was a potential cause of more issues in the future. And as the rising tide was occurring, it was getting worse and worse. So the Meruelo family tried to get FPL to reconnect the power. The decision was FPL's that said, no, we're not reconnecting that existing vault. You'd have to come up with some new vault, electrical vault, for us to come back into the building. This created a horrible situation for the Deauville Hotel, the owners, the employees, and the neighbors. And the city of Miami Beach got very concerned because they wanted to preserve the existing Deauville structure because it was, in their view, a historic structure. The city of Miami Beach cited the buildings as unsafe, which started the process to demolish it. A structural report determined that the building was not safe, and the city of Miami Beach issued a demolition permit, and the entire Deauville, all the Deauville buildings, which were the pedestal and the tower and ballrooms, had to be demolished, and eventually were. And that's really how we got to where we're at today, which in a way is very sad, but it's also a tremendous opportunity to create something that's much, much better at the same location, which is an excellent, excellent location. In my opinion, there is not a better beachfront site, a 4-acre beachfront site in the entire state of Florida and maybe the United States, to really come up with an iconic property that would be a tremendous benefit to the community, to guests, to potential residents, be created there. And that's what the Terra Group, I believe, is proposing, which is an outstanding Class A design by Norman Foster's group, as well as working with Mr. Schulman, Alan Schulman, as the historic preservation architect, that was going to bring back all the great parts of the Deauville in an enhanced form. So anyways, I wanted to get that out there because there's a lot of misinformation as to what happened and where we got there and what's been happening so far. So I will keep giving you updates as more information comes out. But the Miami Herald article, you can Google it, you can find it yourself. Again, it's much longer than what I just wrote. I mean, what I just read, and it gives you a little more background. But the first paragraph encapsulates really the message of the story. Thank you.